slice through the enemy with their unforgiving wings. Run! They Wing Reijy.
What's up, guys? My name is Alibaba, and today we're here covering the deck, the boss, the main honcho, and my, what's the term? Ultimator or something like that. My baby boy, Reijy, finally has the support, and he's not nerfed. I do have answers for when he gets nerfed, but for now we don't have to worry about that. But let's get right into it, shall we? Start things off, we have the list. And originally, I thought I was going to run creepers, I'm not going to lie. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, creeper in this specific version of the deck, all it really does is kill your deck count. And if you're having to resort to using too many creepers, it's just going to kill you in the end game because you have a higher chance of decking out that way. So instead, I'm running 4 yellow bolts and only 1. The tech option, I'm choosing to run Alluring Succubus for that extra soul charge that maybe we need. There's other options. You could run a single creeper maybe if you need it, but ultimately you get the same net result off of Alluring Succubus for less of a deck count loss. And another option you have is to just run Bike or whatever. You really have, or the filter. You have a lot of options for that 13 slot. But for Hell's Deal, it's almost not even a question. I did think about running the old PGs, but the reason I'm running the new ones is one, because they have the Amon name in case we need that ever comes up. Though normally, if you need the Amon name, or for the grade 1 turn, you're going to be needing it for Hell's Deal, so it's better to just write Hell's Deal anyway. But the reason I'm running new PGs instead of the old is because old ones can get taken out of your hand by carriages and bikes that have crits, whereas new ones can't. The only downside to that play is that if they go into Amon reverse and they push you to 5 with those carriages and those spikes, then they can just snipe your intercepts and then push for game that way. Either way, it's a matter, do you want to lose your PGs slowly or do you want to lose your PGs all in one turn? It's really up to you for preference. I kind of prefer them this way because that way it helps out against the Reijy matchup, so they can't deny me. They can't start denying you until you have 3 damage, whereas if you had the old PGs, they can deny you at 2. And sometimes you need that extra counter blast for your grade 2s primarily. So let's go over them. We briefly went over Hell's Deal, but both Hell's Deal and Hell's Draw have the same effect. When they're placed, if your Vanguard is Amon, them included obviously, you soul charge 2. And then for each heal trigger that you put into your soul using that effect, you put an Amon's follower Hell's Trick with heal to your deck. It's just a basic grade 0 with 5k base. So it helps recycle your heal triggers and lets you keep heal triggers in your deck for later in the game. Ideally, you want to draw at least 1 carriage or 1 chariot, maybe 2, to help with the deck count. But at least that way, you're not losing too much of your deck. And it technically recycles your deck also. It builds your count up by 1 if you happen to soul charge a heal. The only thing is, you're going to have to be careful about how consistently you're soul charging, because if you have to ride Amon reverse and you play too many of these, it's going to kill your deck count even faster than if you had just ridden Reijy. 3 Emblem Masters, because the Amon name is a lot more important for Hell's Draw and Hell's Deal, so we're having to play less of him. And 2 Win the Rippers to play a little bit of board control, and in case they play too many intercepts early game, and you might need to take out one of them before you can push them to 3, you have Win the Ripper for that. Other options you have for those slots is you can run maybe 1 Emblem Master and 4 carriages, which is probably what you see a lot of, especially because the Winter Championships just happened, and that's what a lot of DI players were running. They were running carriages and the 1 Emblem Master because they were trying to focus more on preventing the deck out, which is actually pretty reasonable. So I don't fault you guys for doing that. I personally feel a lot more comfortable in terms of I know how much soul charging I need to do before I deck out, and if I deck out, I deck out. That's kind of my mentality on it. You can run carriages. It's definitely not a bad option. I personally think if you're going to run the Witching Hour engine apart from Chariot, carriages would be the way to go. And then it's the tech option on whether or not you want to run the one of Emblem Master or the one of Gwyn the Ripper. It's up to you. It's personal preference at that point. But you do you. Grade 3 wise, it's pretty much going to stay consistent like this for pretty much every build. The only thing that may change is the one Amon. But for reverse Amon, because he's just a really good alternate ride and he's a good finisher in case you're about to deck out or you're at a situation where they 6 damage healed and they set up double intercept and you know they have at least, maybe they join to their PG, you don't want to risk that, so you have plenty of counterblast, you can ride them on reverse, snipe is their PGs and still go for game that way. For Chariots, because Chariot is Fist Boy, and Reijy, our main boss monster of this deck. We've gone over his effect already, but from the last time, in case you guys don't know, he still has his 15 soul. He gains plus 15,000 and 2 crit, plus 2 crit, so he goes up to 3 critical. Maybe some of you didn't see this, but he does have the buff now, where he had it since last month. But his buff is he can also call cards, not call, but he can put cards into your soul from the drop zone instead of just the deck. So if you happen to having to target one of your grade 2s, if you call multiple of them and they get taken out, it can be soul charged back in. It's a really good tech. Sometimes it saves you, especially when you soul charge them too often. And then the third effect, it's new if you haven't seen it from my previous video. So when it attacks the Vanguard, you soul charge 1 to get plus 1,000. This card, it's really good early game, but if you're not careful with how much you soul charge and the way you soul charge, it can kill you at the end game. So you have to keep that effect always. You have to always keep that effect in mind. It's also why I say sometimes you want to go into Amon reverse. And let's go over Amon reverse real quick. He's a limit break monster. He's a limit break unit. Once per turn, you lock a rear guard to get plus 1,000 for each card in your soul. Normally, that's going to be minimum 15, so it's going to go up to 26. And then if 6 or more cards are in your soul, it also gets plus 1 critical. That is super clutch, because you can still go for lethal with crits, just it's going to be 1 less. And if you have 10 or more cards in your soul, you can CB2 to retire when your opponent's rear guards. Again, these effects are almost always online if you're going for the Reijy play, because Reijy is always going to need at least 15, which means these are always going to be online. And if you happen to ride Amon reverse, or you know Amon reverse is an option, you can even afford to call your Gwyn the Rippers instead of saving them in your hand, because Amon reverse does the same thing. So you don't have to worry about that. Now, I did mention the tech slot. Tech slot, for me, I'm running Amon for the cross ride numbers. It has saved me a couple times. And actually, in the last game that you're gonna see, because this is being recorded post the matches, so you're actually gonna see that the Amon actually coming clutch. So you'll see why I run it. Other tech options you have is Echo of Nemesis. You could even run maybe Master of Fifth Element if you want bigger numbers. You could even run NOK if you want. You have a couple tech options, but normally it'd be either Amon or Echo of Nemesis. Most players will choose to go for Amon because the cross-ride numbers can't save you. And I forgot to mention it, but we also have the starter, Fate Collector. Pretty straightforward. If you have 6 or more soul after this unit boosted, it does not have to hit. So even if they hit a defensive, you can still boost with it. It doesn't have to hit. But once it boosts and you have 6 or more soul, you can put it in, you can put this unit into your soul for +1. You draw 2 cards, and then you put another card from your hand to your soul. So you're only getting 1. Technically, you're getting +1 into your hand, but you're getting +2 into your soul. And that's really good, especially if you're trying to draw into Reijy. Maybe you don't have Reijy immediately, and this will help you draw into it, or draw into pieces that you may be missing. And it's really easy to get turn 2. Like, it's kind of stupid easy to get, so most of the time you'll be getting his effect off before you even ride grade 3. And yeah, that's the list. Pretty straightforward. There's a couple things you can change, as I've discussed already. Yeah, you'll be taking a look at those lists or at those games that we talked about, and then you can have fun seeing how DI works. It's a real beast of a deck. I'm so happy it's finally getting the recognition it deserves, even if some people are calling for it to get nerfed immediately. Just let me have my fun, damn it. You guys got to enjoy all your buffs and all your good decks before Reijy got this good. Let me enjoy Reijy now. After 6 months, I think it's been 6 months, after 6 months of playing with pre-Amon Support Reijy. Let me have my fun, come on. Come on. Is this the same guy? I don't think it is. I don't know. Hey Fonz, how you doing? I'm gonna say I'll keep this hand. If I could draw Hell's Deal, that's even better. Hell's Deal PG, please. This might not be the same guy purely because there's a Bruno on it. And I have to write you, but technically fine since I have so many Hell's draws. I don't know what to do with all of them. Ah, I was one card short. If I'd return Chariot. Busy day today? Well, good luck, buddy. You got this. Let me see. God dang it. Well, it's not the end of the world. Not a single heal trigger got soul charged up. A lot of grade 3s in my hand. Just saying. I didn't mean give me more. But we take it, I guess. Not much else we can do. Right. How defensive is this guy gonna be? Oh, he's calling with Alfred. It's a self-damager. Interesting. Not something you see every day. Alright. There is some benefit to writing Amon reverse here. Then again, kind of want to play it slow for a turn. And we have the Chariots to survive Reijy, so 10, 11. But now we definitely can ride Reijy. $11, $12, $13. Full charge 1 with Reijy will be 14, and then next turn we can hit 15. I'm gonna go ahead and call these Chariots now. Just in case I need them. I have them available to me. Have to remember to attack the right cards here. Done that mistake before. Luckily, the time I did do it, it didn't cost me the game, but I'd rather not risk that. Uh-oh. Is that 2 PGs I just checked? No. The PG I soul charged, and then grade 1 and PG that I checked. Oh. Here's where your self-damagers. Sure. Let me just finish this game and we can do that. Though it will only have to be one, unfortunately, because I have some grinding to do for top 100. Apparently I'm in it right now, but I'd rather make up some room. And then may even try to climb for top 28. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to push for that. Like, a part of me wants to, but then another part of me is like, do I even care about that kind of competition? Call you there, cause I need the booster. Voila. Come on. Oh, they were stacked. Wow, they were really stacked. And he didn't have a PG. Actually, that's true. I did see him check some. So I think I only saw him check one, if I'm not mistaken. But that wouldn't be very fun now, would it? I will get this rank up though. Maybe I get a farmer and it doesn't matter. That is not a farmer. I'm gonna have to do this the hard way against one of my the actual bad, well, not bad, but annoying matchups. I almost want to return one of these. Oh, okay. Sounds good. It's actually not that great of a hand to start with, if I'm completely honest. That Conroe guarantees 1 PG. How hard did he mulligan? It doesn't show. I know I mulligan. Alright, well I have PGs of my own. Only thing I don't have? Reijy. There goes one Gwyn the Ripper. That would have been useful. Alright, can I go a game without soul charging my yellow bolts and drawing Reijy? There goes one less heal for me to worry about. Fantastic. I'm gonna have to double mask up from now on though when I go outside because it's not looking pretty out there. Or it's not gonna look pretty. Alright, search that PG. Rip no dote means no luck. Oh, it is interesting. Oh, he wants to kill my yellow bolts. Actually, not a bad play. It backfires if I draw another one, though. Either he's very confident he can kill me fast, or he already has plenty of PGs and had no problem searching that heat now. Obviously, he now can only kill my yellow bolt here. Is he not gonna kill it? He disconnected. Ah, he'll be back. Though I do wonder, if he disconnects like this, does heat now not go off? Did he actually just disconnect without coming back? Maybe I get to keep my yellow bolt, guys. He didn't want to use it on 2 crit. Did he need a trigger to pass? Because if he needed a trigger to pass, that's a pretty decent decision. Hey Spidey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay, he actually just disconnected. Oh, I get to keep my yellow bolt. And I have an actual competent right target now. Which isn't a bad. That's not a bad right target in this specific matchup. Well, there goes my first yellow bolt. So now you can kill it, and I don't really care. Oh god, that was a hurtful soul charge. That one hurt a lot. And well, I drew Reijy, so now if he kills, actually no, if he kills it now, it's actually better. Deck is good, thank you. He's back! Oh, he missed a turn. I mean, he didn't miss a turn, he just wasn't able to retire my hit bolt. Which he can do now, if he wants to. And it's... No, he's not setting up 2 taps. Interesting. Guess he just doesn't want to overdraw, maybe? Oh, he has the Dota in hand. Yeah, he does want to overdraw. Oh, that hurts a lot. Actually. Don't... There is a chance he runs mixed PGs. So he's trying to swing with from 2 to 5 actually. It's not that bad of a choice. Or of a decision. Let me put 1 chariot in my deck, please. Alright. If I push in the 5, I push in the 5. I have 2 more reverse Amons in case that happens. But I just want to test to see if he plays old PGs. Maybe he plays nothing but new PGs. This might be the case. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. And that's actually not... I mean, that's kind of bad because that means Nouvelle's now online. And he's thinking about it. Definitely think. Ah, I should not have put. I should have put my Succubus in the soul instead of reverse Amon. I didn't think he would heal. Oh, I need to draw another reverse Amon. I mean, you can kill those. Those are no longer that useful for me. Interesting. He's gonna play board control against me as well. How many deltas does that in? That's 1, 2, I think 3. No, just 2. He does have it. Okay. I really need to draw. Alright, that's his last go. I really need to draw reverse Amon here. That's fine. Because there's no way he only has 1 PG. I ride reverse Amon, I take out the 10k, swing Reijy on there and smack him there. Alternatively, what I could also do is ride reverse Amon, Reijy. Another strategy is to try to save my counterblast for next turn. And if I do that, I would have to... Nah, I'm going for the trigger play. Screw it. Come on, give me the trigger. Ugh. I still think this is the better play. Or it still would have been the better play, because then that gives me more of a push next turn, unless he trades rears. This is all assuming he goes for game here. If he goes for game, I have a play next turn. I mean, I technically kind of have, even if he trades rears, I kind of have a play. Either way, depends on what I. Then it would depend on what I draw. Oh, if he writes Nouvelle, I actually have to hit 13k base. I could do, but. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Yep. Bye-bye triggers. We're going for game. Kinda looks like he's going for game. Oh, he's definitely going for game. Now I'm a heel. Alright. That should be game. Maybe. Actually, it might not be. If he has both of his other PGs, that's kind of screwed. I have plenty of triggers, so I actually don't lock here. Actually, I kind of have to. Oh, that Amon Soul Charge was clutch as fuck. Now I definitely don't lock. Come on, give me the trigger. There we go. Alright, that's game. Yeah, he had the 2. Oh god, that played out perfectly. Now, let's pray he doesn't 6 damage you. Let's go! The plays, boys, the plays! That's a rank up, baby. And that was a rank up without raging. That was just a solid Amon reverse game. Hope you guys enjoyed those matches. But yeah, that's it for this video. Once again, we're just gonna I'm gonna showcase the list one more time before we end this here. But if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I know a lot of you that watch these videos aren't subscribed, so if you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do it. You can also follow me on Twitch. I do most of my streams there. Actually, all my streams there. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Janet.